Well, guess what, everybody? It's raining out, and we've been working on the Killer Kia again today. I kind of got a lot done. So I think I bought the wrong kind of spray foam because this stuff really expanded. I've never bought this kind of spray foam before. It said it was reusable, so that way if I didn't use the whole can, I could reuse it. I still use the whole can. So we're probably going to be waiting a bit and trimming a bit of this back. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this fuse panel off right yet. But it's in there. Look at all the spray foam. We've got a lot done to this. It looked like there was two fuel lines to this one. We have this one right here, and then we have this one over here. But I think this one was only a vent tube. So I don't think there was any return to this because I actually had it running and no gas actually ever came out of it. So we kind of use the same setup as we've used a couple times before. We actually just took the gas tank out of infected and threw it into this. So let me just put the negative on the battery here. There we go. So we got the positive to the toggle. You can hear the fuel pump. Fire's right up. Like a car. So it runs like a car. We've actually done quite a bit of other things too. Let me we got in this cage. This cage here, I think I had this in the Buick. The Buick Cialis. I think it was a Buick. I don't know, Oldsmobile Cialis. Anyway, the crappy blue rusty crap thing I ran this winter. Had to cut it out. I always try cutting stuff out to reuse it, and I cut this one out, and it kind of fit in here pretty nice. So we put a inside driver's side door bar, and then it came back to here. We welded it on. Yeah, so it's in there, and it fits. It's off the ground. As you guys can see, you can clearly fit my hand in between there. And it holds the gas tank in there pretty firmly. So it is a very simple gas tank design without a passenger door bar. So it can actually run a couple different shows here in Ontario. And that's my goal, is to get this thing to be able to run at a couple different locations. So some things that we have to do still is the doors. I gotta make it so that the doors don't open. I gotta make it so the hatch doesn't open. Because of how short the frame is back here, I really don't think I'm gonna pre-bend it. I think I'm just gonna dimple it, probably with just a hammer right around here, just to get it to go up and come into the wheel wells. If it had a longer frame rail behind the wheel wells, I think that it would be a dimple, but because of how close the wheel wells come to the back of the car, I don't really think a notch is necessary. We're gonna get the hatch closed. Don't think I have a roof sign. I've got some goodies coming. I made a phone call to Archibald Derby Supply. He actually makes headers for Hyundais. So I'm probably gonna be getting a header from him for this car. Threaded rod still gotta come to the front of it. Hood holes cut in the hood. Window bar, I'm getting a custom made window bar for this car. So this thing's actually gonna be pretty sweet. And that's pretty much all I got left to do. I gotta hook up the emergency fuel shutoff up here on the roof. That's still something that has to be done. Airbags are out of it. Kind of had one heck of a time with that passenger side. Just gave up and used my little multi-tool to cut the dash out because it was giving me one heck of a hard time. But honestly, car's coming along super easily. I still gotta make doubles for it. Haven't found any really small 15-inch tires yet that I can put inside of it, so just kind of holding off for that right now, I guess. What else? Honestly, I think that's about it. I think that it's almost there. So, oh, the shifter, yeah. I did the shifter the other episode. Park lockout is all done inside that shifter, which is nice. it's honestly coming along really good. Within the next day or two, I think this car is pretty much going to be done. Pretty happy about that, honestly. Quick build. It looks pretty stout still in the front end. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll get the doors tied shut, dimple the back, get the hatch tied shut, and I'll be back to you guys here in a bit to see what you think of it, because I think it's going to be pretty nasty. A nasty killer, the Killer Kia. That's going to be the name of this thing, the Killer Kia. Well, I may have got carried away and realized I only had one can of red paint, and it's all gone now. So I guess I can't be spraying any more motors red because they're no good, or transmissions red. I guess I'll have to go buy a new can. The Killer Kia has got a killer paint job now. I love painting them like this because it actually looks half decent. They're very noticeable from the stands, and it takes me seconds, and it actually looks half decent. We got 4 threaded rods in the hood. We ended up drilling a hole through the rad support, welding them to the frame. Those ones went down the strut tower to the frame. If they have to be cut out, the rear ones are going to be cut out. Certain places in Ontario let you just have the front ones. Some places let you have 4. Some places let you have 6. We're limited to 3/4 in size. So that's done. I am still waiting on a window bar and a header, so when I get those, I'll install them. Door painted white. We got the doors tied shut. Zacks Workshop. YouTube. Got the gas tank protector in, the cage in, just a post to post. We got the battery in. We got everything in this thing. I just did kind of smash the top of the hatch down so that we could see, because it was actually like this tall. It was a very tall hatch. Didn't even affect where the Kia badge was, so that's how little I actually pounded it down. But she's seatbelted shut. I honestly think this thing's done. The only thing I'm missing is a header, window bar, doubles, but unfortunately I actually don't have any. I'm mostly a 14 guy, and these are 15s. This is Honda Accord bolt pattern, but again, it's been a couple of years since I ran a Honda Accord, and I really don't think 14s will actually fit on this. So I'm kind of out of luck for doubling these. I'm going to keep my eyes open for some 15s that are really small. They got to be 185/55. So it's kind of a very small size to go inside these. But then again, these tires really aren't the best anyway to be doubling. But I'll try to keep my eyes open for some tires that I can double. Driver door still opens, but passenger door does not. Ran out of white paint, so this side's not painted. But honestly, this car's pretty good. It sounds healthy. I still gotta put a radiator back into it and stuff like that. Oh, I guess I should hook up the negative, shouldn't I? It's been starting like a champ. I was like, why won't it just start? It's because I don't have the negative hooked up. There we go. So this thing here is, I'm gonna say 95% of the way done. Probably just going to throw the radiator into it quickly, and I'm just waiting for parts. So when the parts show up, I'll probably put them in. I might just scoot this one over to here and move the Harley back over to there. I got it running, guys, but don't really want to spend $300 on a battery. But it runs and it drives now. But anyway, back to the Kia. Overall, pretty happy with it. So I really want to say thanks everybody for watching. You guys have been telling me to build something other than a Camry for quite some time, so I figured I'd do something a little different and use my Hyundai powers. So, sorry, not Hyundai, this is a Kia. It's got a Hyundai motor, but you guys get the point. It was a fun build. It's not too bad. I think it's going to be pretty tough. I will not be running this car, but if I'm at a demolition derby and this car shows up, I'm definitely going to throw some GoPros in it. So, you know what? I really want to see this thing run, and I want to see how it holds up. I think the front frame looks very, very stout. I think the back frame, if it had more rocker panels, I think it would be actually very tough in the back. But realistically, you only got maybe 10 inches before you're into strut towers. So as long as the strut towers don't completely rip out of this thing, it's going to be very tough in the back. Pillars are very wide, so they'll be able to take actually a lot of abuse. So hopefully the back end of this thing is quite a tank. Rear suspension is almost the exact same as a Corolla and a Camry. So I really have no fears of the rear suspension. Front suspension is almost the exact same as a Camry. Subframe's a little bit different. Subframe looks more like an Accord, but the suspension is all Camry kind of set up, so I honestly don't see a huge amount of downfalls with this. Frame is very straight. The factory crush boxes are all behind where the sub mounts, so by doing that I think that it's really going to come up in the front. The crush boxes will give way and the frame will kind of come up and the sub will hopefully stay straight. We'll have to see how this goes. The sub mounts are crazy tough. That's some thick metal down there. Bumper, like I said, I'm not going to be doing the bumper because I don't exactly know where it's going to run as of yet. But overall, I think it's going to do pretty good, and I can't wait to see it in the ring. When is it going in the ring? I have no idea. Where is it going in the ring? I have no idea. But I'll definitely keep you guys informed, and if I see it at the Derby, I'll definitely point it out and get a film of the inside of it, and you know I'll be filming from the stands. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you back here. This concludes the Killer Kia. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. What, did you guys think I wasn't going to let you go for a test drive? Shifter works good. Brakes still work. Oh, but she's got some revs. So what's revs in? Almost 7. Impressive. Not bad. Not bad, hey Harley? You guys thought I'd let you put this thing away without seeing it do anything. Nope. Just put her in this garage. There we go, parked. Fuel pump off. Keys off. Battery disconnected. Oh. And she's ready for the parts to come in the mail.